Hello, everybody, and welcome to round 6 here at Broadbean Raceway here in, I believe, Hawaii. The starting grid on pole is that 28. Second, the 3 car. Third, the 61. Fourth, the 27. Good qualifying for those guys. The 14 and the 7 round out the field. Shotgun on the field. Here we are, green flag, as we welcome in my co-commentator, Chase LaBerge. Chase, how's it going, bud?
Oh, I'm not doing so bad. I'm excited to be here. Round 6 of the Lisbis here at Broadbean, here in Japan. And this is an exciting track. I'm really looking forward to this one. An oval, but with a right hand or an opposite turn. Actually, we're running the reverse circuit here. So it'll be one left-handed turn and 4 right-handers.
Oh, look at that 28 getting aggressive
as they come
already.
off the first turn. And there's the 28 and the 27 getting to each other on the first lap. Again, 2 weeks in a row, but the 27's not giving in this time.
The 28 gets into the 3 now.
28 moving 2 people out of the way. That's a really aggressive start there. Not making friends on his way to the front.
But wow, he's checked out already.
So there's the 27 and then the Matt's blue car along with the 3 car, the Dale Earnhardt tribute there with Braden Fletcher.
Oh, and if you hit that wall, if you hit that left-hander wall, you're absolutely done. You're getting set.
It takes away all your momentum, shoots you way offline for the next corner. You lose so much time.
At 61 to the inside of the 27, taking over that 3rd place as that 27 gets loose off of that first corner.
27 being a little passive here. He's kind of got to fight back here. I know it's a long race, but if everyone else is going to push you around, got to give it back.
Yep, a new fastest lap of 39.31. What a fast lap by that 28. So we see that 7 lagging back already. Not too good of a race for them.
It really hasn't recovered since that incident there at Blue Moon Bay in round 4.
And we see that 3 car trying to pull away ever so slightly from that 61 as that 28's just completely checked out from the field already. 2 minutes, not even 2 minutes into the race.
61 trying to work over the 3 there. Braden Fletcher, Jared Siddeley on that 61 again this week.
61 takes a really wide arc in the first 2 corners right there.
Took it really tight to the wall there. That was a really nice drive through 3.
As we see the 28 get into the wall right up ahead. And that 3 running a bit higher of a line through that corner is than the 28 or the 61.
Yeah, and is there a preferred line you prefer at this track? I mean, every corner is kind of different, but
yeah, when we were racing this track, I had no idea what I was doing. I was just driving around for 30 minutes hoping she was fast. Oh, as we see that 28 into the wall.
The wall. Yeah, it's definitely a corner-dependent thing and a setup-dependent thing. Everyone has different preference.
Oh, the 3 car into the wall. Smash.
The high line seems to be the preferred choice through the final corner, but people have made the bottom very fast here.
61 passes the 3 as he pounds the fence coming out of the final corner. The 3 did. And man, you've really got to think that 61, he's been trumped by that 3 car, by the driver of that 3 car, Braden Fletcher, NASCAR fan 624. Every race this season, he's finished ahead of him. It's got to feel nice for that 61 to be ahead of that 3 car right now.
Absolutely, but we are far from over here. Seems like it's a long way into this one, but we're only 3 minutes and 20 seconds into this one so far. A lot of racing left.
And that 61 car got really loose off of that final corner, and the 3 passed him again. So that 61 doesn't even hold on to that position for an entire lap.
Well, when he goes wide around that corner, nice job holding on. Look at the body roll on these things. That right corner, or sorry, that left-hand turn here is just nasty on these suspensions.
Oh yeah, they're just leaning.
Like, it's only a 1 mile track, but you're really putting everything into this car on this track.
Oh, look at that. 14 gets really loose in that final corner. Yeah, you can definitely see he's pushing a lot.
Yeah, Devins Baker in that 14 all season long, been pretty consistent. He loves to run a really loose car, though. That was evident at Blue Moon Bay. But yeah, he's looking really loose here again today.
And I really like that strategy. He was just eating up the apron in turn 1 and 2 because that yellow paint, holy cow, he gets really loose right there. That yellow paint does have a lot of grip down there.
Absolutely. It means absolutely nothing either. No rule on going anywhere that you can on this track.
And we see that 28 completely checked out from that 3 and 61.
You can see the gap now open up to 61 to the 27 and the 14, but both these guys looking pretty fast and pretty hungry to get back up there.
And there's our last place car.
Tim Morse Jr. looking a little off pace right now. I wonder if there was an incident earlier on or something that happened to his car.
Already looking to get lapped. Holy cow. That I don't know if that shows how slow that 7 is or how absolutely blindingly quick that 28 is.
Yeah, Kyle Robeson's made no mistake of missing 2 races, or sorry, hasn't made a mistake possibly by missing 2 races. We'll see how that works out at the end of the season, but he's been fast since he's come back, and he's just climbing up the standings race by race at this point.
Yep, in contention for that win last week at Maggiore. Took no tires, didn't really pay off, but didn't really hurt him either as he comes past the 7 car. He's just absolutely, he's been dominant here and at Northern Isle. These short tracks, he really loves them.
I'd be really curious what's up with that 7 car.
Whoa, the 7!
Oh, he locks up, and that was a really nice move by the 28 to try to get past. Well, that might be it. I think the 7 is just braking in that corner, and he's losing a lot of time. That's not a corner you can brake in.
No, I was just about to say, yeah, I think we've pretty much found that out, and we're hearing some connection issues on the 7's part as well. He goes to the inside, maybe going to let that 3 in the 61 pass, because if he gets run in the back of, I'm sure there aren't going to be too many happy drivers.
No, there'd be a blue and yellow flag out for him definitely at this point. This early in the race, I'm very surprised.
Yes. Oh, we see the 3 car almost run up on the back. Holy cow.
3 had to make it around him there and did a very nice job of it. 61 might have to do it in the toughest corner on the track.
Oh, the 7.
7 gives him room.
Goodness.
He
runs into
7 gave him room low, or gave him room high, and then came up the track at the end of the corner. And 61 lost pretty much all his momentum there, not to wreck him.
Yeah, not a very good, good
race
race
control
for that
is
7
on the
car
horn to the 7, telling him he's got to get out of the way.
Oh man, that really bad break for that 61.
Yeah, he was all over that 3 car.
Oh, we see the 14 gets by the 27. Yes, definitely. We see that 14 pass the 27. And I'm wondering, probably not, but is that 3 and 61 maybe saving a little bit? But I don't really think so, because that 28's just...
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I feel like everyone's going to try to stretch the 15-minute mark in this one. I know that's often my strategy, but yeah, I think that 28 is just goddamn fast.
I really like that line that 61's running 1 and 2, though, entering high and then arcing it down in the middle of the corner. Yeah,
and just finds that yellow line, just glides right down to it. It's very smooth, not very jerky on the wheel at all.
And look at that, almost a straightaway lead already for that 28. We're only 7 minutes and 30 seconds in, only a quarter of the way through.
I can see this being a runaway race for the 28 here, pending a mechanical failure or a stupid error.
And that's exactly what he wants. He wants to make a statement to the rest of these drivers that sure he missed 2 races, but he's definitely here to play.
And there's a 27 to Chase LeBerge hanging on to P4, where he's been pretty much all year. He's got to work over Tim Morse, who's given the 3 lead cars a struggle so far. And he gets out of the way for the 27. And he actually bins it.
Really loose.
Good recovery there. I think he hit the wall coming off, trying to give LeBerge room.
Wow.
Definitely think race control was in on him there, saying you got to get out of the way for these faster cars.
Yeah, there's something wrong with that car, or maybe just the driver doesn't know how to drive this track, because holy cow, he's... definitely been in the way, and just these first... Oh, as that 28 hit the wall. He's been in the way for these first... It's only been 8.5 minutes.
And 3 car smokes the wall, too.
That 61
the only one that made it through clean. He's going to gain some time.
Oh, yeah. Man, that 61, love to see that. Things you love to see for 500, Alex.
Yeah, that 27, Carl LeBerge holding P4, which is pretty much where he's been all season long. He's 4th in the standings. And but Devon's Baker moving in fast here in P5, looking like a nice fast car back in the field as well as we go through. Sitterly's looking to catch this front pack again.
Yeah, that the 61 really caught up to that 3 because the 3 smoked the wall on corner exit last lap. And maybe that's just a little bit of retribution for what the 7 car did to him. As we see that 28 really just pull away from the other two. Like, I don't know if it's driver related or if it's, as we see, man, that 7 car again getting really loose off that final corner. There's got to be something wrong with that car. It's got to be too loose in some place.
Yeah, I think the setup is not quite right in that one. He's struggling to drive that right now. I'd like to see an in-car, actually, because he's really fighting it.
Yeah, he's got to have his gloves past his elbows at this point with how loose that car is.
I'll tell you, someone who isn't, though, Kyle Robeson here in the 28, man, he is just real man out there today. But he's so smooth into the corners and fast, and a little wall scrape there, but that just shows just how he can just nicely bring it right up to the wall and just maintain speed.
Yep, look right there, just grazed it. Didn't need to pound it at all. Just a little bit of pain on the wall, nothing really too damaging, and he's just absolutely flying through this course.
He's coming up on that 7 car for possibly his second time being lapped here, only 10 minutes into this one.
And he
actually just pauses and goes to get out of the way there.
I mean, that's a good way to go.
Don't want to risk a penalty from the race control. So
wow, a lot of lag on that 7 car's part.
Very lot of, oh man, and weird line there for the 28 of Kyle Robeson. He took the inside line there. I actually thought he was pitting for a second, but pit road starts actually before the corner, so I'm not really sure what he was doing there. Maybe just braked really early. Yeah,
we're hearing a lot of connection issues for that 7 car, and not really something that, holy cow, look at that. He's doing Nicky Shuffle all the way around the track. Oh, man.
He's really struggling right now. His internet's failing him about as much as his pit crew did.
And we're hearing reports that he lagged out. The 7 car officially out of the race, will be scored with 6th place points, but really bad break for that 7 car.
Yeah, this is 3 weeks in a row with really bad luck for him, and got to feel for that camp down there.
As we see the 61 came in for tires and fuel already. This might actually be a 2-stop race for some of these guys.
Yeah, it's bold strategy. It pays off. It depends totally what your setup is and how you're driving here. I'm not sure how many of these guys are in fuel-saving mode or balls-to-the-wall mode right now.
He's driven away from that 28 already with those fresh tires, so definitely shows fresh rubber is worth something here.
Absolutely. I'm honestly surprised the 28 is keeping the speed he is right now. If he's fuel-saving, he's doing a good job of it because he's maintaining a huge gap. Most
definitely, and that 28, I'm curious to see if he tries to stretch it. That's only about 3 more laps to the 15-minute mark, but 3 laps, that's 3 miles, that's a lot of fuel.
Absolutely.
And we see that 27 car came into the pits, or maybe the 3 car because that 61 moved back into 3rd place.
Yeah, I think the 2.7 cycled through on his stop. As we see, there's Braden Fletcher back into P2. So the 27 did come in, helped P3 for a couple of minutes, but as he's exiting pit road right now, back into 5th place. But he might be good to go to the end here.
The 14 gets into the 3 right there. I think the 14 may pit it as well because he's absolutely flying too.
Yeah.
Look at how much fresh tires mean. That 3 car, he's been faster than that 14 all day, but that 14 absolutely driving away from him on that fresh rubber.
What's the thing? If you can stretch to the 15-minute mark here, which I can see the 3 car doing if he's able to fuel-wise, what you lose in the short term, you'll gain in the long term because you'll have the freshest tires come the end of this one.
Yeah.
Potentially. But depending not, though, because there's some people that might pull the 2-stopper here and put around the 20-21-minute mark.
Well, look at that gap that that 61 built up on that 28. The 28 was just waltzing away from the field, and the 61 waltzes away from him.
Honestly, the 2-stopper might be the route to go in this one, seeing as Kyle Robeson's going to go the 1-stop. If you match him, you're not going to beat him here.
No, and it looks like that 3 car might try and do the same thing. Might try and do the 1-stop strategy. I don't know if I agree with that. I'd definitely try and come in and maybe undercut that 28.
Yeah, to stop, you're gonna have fresher tires, and you don't have to feel safe whatsoever.
Oh, and we see that
speaking
3 car
of devil,
in.
here comes the 3. Yeah.
And this a long pit road, a long and winding pit road, as we see that 61 trying to gain that.
Probably going to take P2 here.
Yeah, I was just about to say I wouldn't be surprised if he gets P2 because he really undercut the rest of the field there. And that 28 gonna try and stretch it out to just do a one-stop race. I think he's gonna be able to do it. Yep, that 61 pulls into that second
cycles through into second. Really good pit strategy by the 61 there, coming in when they did. It's not often you see a team gain a spot on pit road.
No, but man, look at the pace that car has. And
I would say the 28's been fast, but that 61 might be the fastest car on the track right now.
Oh, most definitely. Oh, and we see the 28 come into the pits.
There's the leader in. 61, I don't know if he's going to cycle into first here, but if he does, he could get that lap led. That's a huge bonus point, considering how close that second, third, and fourth spot are in the standings.
Yes, most definitely. And look at the way those cars just swing wide off of that off the dog leg, I should say. Sorry.
That the final corner. I don't know. This is going to be a close run off of the line here. He's still in the pits. I think the 61 might take the lead here.
Yeah, me too. Robeson's still in the pits, and
there he goes. 61
he's just coming out.
And the 27 and 5th also gets passed.
Here comes the 61. He's going to pass him. We're going to have a new race leader for the first time this race.
So 61 might get his lap led here, which is a huge bonus point, even though he's probably going to fall here to the fresher tires. This is a good example, though, of the 2 fastest cars on the track right now. We're finally going to get to see some racing in this one halfway through.
Yep, and the one thing that 61 really likes is that 3 car hasn't led a lap, and he's 2 positions ahead of him right there. That's 3 points that he can gain on that 3 car just like that, and maybe tighten this championship battle up.
Potentially, and the way he's been driving, he might even set the fastest lap here soon enough.
Yeah, that car is absolutely flying, but as we said at the start of this race, that 28 on fresh tires, man, that thing just takes off.
Yeah, and look at the gap he's made up already. He'll probably catch him this lap.
And there we see that 27. 27 was one of the first to pit, I believe, and hoping to try and catch that 14 car and maybe get into 4th place. That would be, I believe, his 3rd, 4th in a row, maybe his 2nd, 4th in a row.
Yeah, the 14 had a really good pit stop, actually pulled ahead of the 27. I think the 27 did take tires. I don't believe the 14 did. So the 27 will likely catch him. But he's going to have to get out of the way for these guys because look at this battle coming up behind him.
Yeah, look at that 61. 61 being a lot more competitive than I thought he had any right to be.
Absolutely. Locked up a little bit there in the last corner, but a little extra grip's not going to hurt you.
27 going to pull up high for the 61. 27 going to try and sneak in that gap. Oh, man, the 28 maybe runs into the back of him.
Yeah, took a little bit of the nose off of the 28 there, but moves into place. I don't know, 2 races in a row, though. I don't think he's going to give any favors to the 28 after the couple incidents those two have had.
Yeah, I should say, I don't necessarily blame him there.
And the 61 locks up. And the
Holy
27
cow.
Got screwed out of that position. The 28 had everything to gain there.
Yeah, here comes the 28 coming to the inside of the 61. Will he retain the lead? Man, that speed that 28 has, he just drove up and passed that 61 heads up. That's amazing.
Yeah, 61 locked up and just lost all his momentum coming out of 5 there and took the 27 with him. And yeah, the 28 just motored right by him.
It's really in the middle part of this course that 28 pulls away. I think it's that dog leg in the back.
He's really good through the dog leg, absolutely. Yeah, turn 3, the left-hander, he's really fast. He's just able to cut right into the wall. Everyone else has to go just a touch wider.
Yep. And we see that 61 getting a pretty big draft from that 28.
And here you're going to get a good example of it right there. That's not even his closest that he's got to the wall so far, but still, look at the momentum he's carrying through there.
61 gets in the wall, not what he wanted to see. He was getting a really good run on that 28, but the 28, boom, right there too.
Oh, he's going to hit the wall here again. Oh, he had to really check up there. Didn't lose a lot of ground, but carried a little heavy into the corner there.
That car really catches on the high side, that 28. Man, he's just absolutely pulling away from that 61 again.
Here comes 61 here, though. Look at this run.
And the 28
hits the wall. 28 got a little overzealous there. Had to give him the spot.
New leader, 61 again. These guys have been swapping the lead for the past 4 or 5 laps.
And this is exactly what these two needed coming into this, holding, I believe, 2nd and 5th in the standings. Absolutely huge to not have that 3-car or Braden Fletcher anywhere near that top spot after winning 3 in a row.
Yes, most definitely. And I can't believe that 3-car has been so... Oh, man, the 61 hits the wall. Oh, maybe he didn't. Maybe he just cut it really close, but...
That was really close. I think I saw sparks, but I don't think he hit it as hard as he could have. So,
28 and 61, do-si-do again. Can that 61 do the crossover?
Absolutely runs away clean there. Another lead change. These guys are just putting on a hell of a show right now.
But remember that 61's going to have to come in again.
Oh, man, these guys are going to go too wide potentially into here, and this is not going to be the place to do it.
No, definitely not. That 60... Oh, man,
oh, he did! The 28 gave him room, and the 61 still took more room.
What a bold move by that 61. Not going to be denied here if he has anything to say about it. Oh, he smokes the wall.
Smokes the wall, and he just lost everything he gained there.
Yep.
Try again, another lap.
I don't necessarily know if that's... Actually, maybe he's going to come in here in the next lap or so, because he did pit around 11 minutes.
Potentially, yeah. There's Devins holding on to that 4th spot. He's had a really good day. The 27 just can't get out of him.
But remember that 27 not running in last place. The 7-car had to park it with connection issues and just being a moving chicane out there, for lack of a better term.
Absolutely, yeah.
So we see that 61 car in.
Everyone guaranteed a top 5 here today, as we see Jared Sitterly in for his 2nd stop of this race here around the 21-minute mark.
And there's that 3-car. It hasn't made much, if any, noise at all this entire race. He's going to try and get by that 61, and he already pitted, so I think he might have to come back in again, but he might try and stretch it, but stretching it that long, I don't think it's going to be very possible.
I think the only 2 cars right now on cycle to do a 1 stop might be the leader and the 5th place car. Everyone else is going to have to do 2 stops at this point.
There's that 61 on fresh tires. We saw how fast he could be. He competed with that 28 for a long time there. That was a lot more competitive than I thought it had any right to be. Oh, he gets on the apron right there. Those cold tires, you really need to warm them up in the first couple corners. And that 28, the ace of spades, as I like to call him, with that big spade on the hood. He's just absolutely been dominant here today. That 61 challenged him for a little bit, but ever since the drop of the green flag, that 28's really been able to pull away with relative ease. In that 2nd lap that he ran, it's still the fastest lap of the race at 39.31.
Yeah, Kyle Robeson has been just so consistent in this one, Braden. He's maintaining speed, but he's doing it on fresh tires. He's doing it on worn tires. It's rare that you see that. Typically, a lot of these drivers and a lot of these teams will set for one, either a long run or a short run. He's doing it all.
Oh yeah, that car pretty much unbeatable, I should say, unless that 61's undercut strategy works out and the 28 doesn't have enough fuel. But man, that 28's just been walking away with this race since the start of the green flag, like a Sunday drive for him.
Yeah, and Sitterly just saw what he didn't want to see, is that 3-car Braden Fletcher moving up to 2nd. Not sure if that 3-car still has to pit, but if he doesn't, it's not a great thing for Sitterly right now. Even though he's got the fresher tires, I think he's tired of seeing that 3-car ahead of him this season.
Yeah, that 3-car, as we see the 14 drops back to the 5th place, as we see the 27 moving into 4th. I don't know if that, I imagine that's because of some sort of pit strategy, but you see that 3-car about a straightaway ahead of that 61. Can the 61 make up that time in the 7 minutes left?
Yeah, and the Bears moving up to 4th, where hasn't spent most of the day, has spent most of the season. As Baker, yeah, I don't know if he pitted there or hit the wall or something, but I'd be curious what the strategy on the 27 there is. I know he pitted around the 12 or 13 minute mark, so he's going to have to fuel save if he wants to stretch this.
Along with that 3-car as well, and if that 3-car goes into the pits, I think that's pretty much good night Irene for that 2nd place run for him. So he's going to have to fuel save a lot, and we're hearing he is fuel saving a lot, running mixed 6 around here.
Yeah, Jared Sidley can just go balls to the walls now. He's done his 2 stops. He's got the freshest tires on the track. Really good strategy there. Didn't pay off last week. Potentially lost that 2nd place spot. Didn't lose anything, but is definitely going to pay off for him this week.
Yeah, at 61, just trying to give her the tits, going down the front straightaway, trying to gain any time on that 3 car because, like you said, he's pretty fed up with seeing that Chaotic Evil license plate in his windshield rather than his rear view mirror.
Man, I just love watching the body roll on this track. It's just, you're whipping it one way, you're whipping it the other way. Definitely want to ride a lower suspension here. There's no curbs or anything to go over. High banking. Front end digs in pretty hard in the braking zones. As you can see, Kyle Robeson doesn't ride actually a very low suspension here. It's kind of surprising, but it's working for him right now.
Yeah, the one thing that the drivers have reported from this track as opposed to every other track, it's kind of forgiving with these cars. These cars drive fairly well. But at this track, these cars are they're a bit of a handful, like Chase said, with that body roll. Definitely can get away from you quite easily if you let it.
Well, I find if you accelerate too much or you brake too much, it really affects the steering probably more than any other track. And the thing with it being such a short track with very few corners, it's very monotonous. It's easy to make mistakes at a track like this when you're going around it, we'll say 60 times in 30 minutes, possibly. You know, you're seeing the same corner time after time after time. It's easy to get kind of complacent.
And man, that 61 gained a lot of time on that 3 car. He's really liking what he sees, hoping he can get that 2nd place. That would be his first 2nd place of the year, I do believe.
And here's an in-car. I believe this is the 28 car. Nope, sorry, 61. That is the 61.
And there's the 4 car getting caught, or not the 4 car, the 4th place car, I should say, the 27 to Chase Laverge, getting caught by that 3. And I don't necessarily know if that 3 is going to really push because he's fuel saving, so he can't really push that hard. But oh, here he comes on the outside as I say that. I
think the 27 wanted no part of that. He realizes he's not going to gain, has everything to lose. Seeing as the 61 is coming up behind him, he is literally a full lap behind. He will not finish 3rd place.
And that 3 car maybe wanted that 27 to stay out in front of him so he could get a draft off of him on the front stretch. But
I think so too. A little no help there from the little no sell from the Canuck as he goes into the wall. Didn't do the job for him, if you will.
Montreal screw job.
Montreal screw job.
The BB screw job.
Brayden screwed Brayden.
For non-wrestling fans, this is going to be really confusing. So we see that 28 with about 3 minutes left. I think it's just all academic.
Yeah, and man, I haven't seen him hit the wall once. As we see, actually, Devin Baker takes that spot back from Chase Laberge. Either he's pitting right now. I wouldn't be surprised that 27 had to pit.
Yeah, me neither. That there we go. Oh, yeah, that 27 nowhere near our camera right there. So yeah, there we go. There's the 27 pit.
Yeah. I had a feeling when he let the 3 car go by, he was running some serious fuel saving, and that explains it. He pit around the 13-minute mark, so bummer for him. He's going to break his 4th place streak. Still a top 5 solid points day for the 27, but not what they were looking for, even though this is one of their weaker tracks on the schedule.
All he has to do, he has to hope and pray, the rest of that crew does too, that the 14 has to pit and he can gain time on him. Look at that 61. He's really gaining on that 3 car with about 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go. That's maybe about 4 or 5 laps around this place, so he definitely has a shot to catch that 3.
This is going to be interesting. Like I said, I think that 28's run away with it. He's been so consistent today, but look at actually Devin Baker in that 4th place. Not going to catch anyone for 3rd, but man, he's driving really hard right now. Might get a fastest lap out of it.
Yeah, that fastest lap, as we said before, that 28 had the fastest lap since lap 2. That's the fastest lap.
2nd lap of the race, yeah.
Yeah, that's the fastest lap that 28's been able to run, and that's pretty much all he's needed. Nobody's been able to challenge him at all.
Man, he's just so consistent coming off these corners. I haven't seen him hit the wall in a couple laps, and it doesn't there either, so
Minute 30 left for that
Man,
28.
That 3 car, all he's doing right now is just trying to hold on. I know he's in full fuel save mode right now, and you so badly want to turn it up, but you know what? It's better to finish third than to not finish.
Yes, so, definitely.
Wise decision here. Maybe you can throw a couple blocks and just hope that clock ticks a little bit faster.
Look at that 14 car. Really good run for that 14 in that fourth place, and the 27 in fifth. But remember, not in last. That 7 car disconnected earlier in this race after being given the blue and yellow flag, and not too good of a run for him. But here we see that 61, a really good run trying to get back second place from that 3 car.
Man, he's gonna catch him. Look at him. He's got him on the reel. He set the hook. In he comes.
Yep, I can hear that Jaws music playing already. Oh, the 3 really eats that apron right there, trying to
gain anything on this track he can right now.
Yep, trying to take the shortest way around possible.
Man, this is going to be a tight finish here. I think they're going to get one more lap in after this one.
That 61's there. I would be surprised if that 61 didn't pass him right here.
That 3 car really wishes that.
Oh, the 3 car go. How low can he go?
3 goes absolutely bar down just to try to block him there, and it's not going to work. That 61's going to take the spot, and he finally gets ahead of the 3. Can he bring it home here on the last lap of round 6 of the Lisbis?
And here, the final lap, there we see the 28 take the checkered flag. He will win here at Broadbean. And that 61, really good race. Just passes that 3 car just in the nick of time. Here comes the 61 to take second place. And we are getting we're getting reports that the 3 car ran out of fuel on the last lap. So definitely some really good fuel saving there.
Devins Baker with his best finish of the season, 4th place, and Chase LeBers brings home 5th. So the point standing, 61 pulls ahead, but still look at that 3rd, 4th, and 5th now. Pretty close.
And man,
that's gonna be really tight for 3rd, actually.
Yeah, that 61 only 8 points back now. Definitely still within striking distance with 4 races left. And we saw a really good race here at Broadbean. That 28 just absolutely dominant. Every lap, every corner, just had him covered today. So for everybody here, for Chase LeBerge, for Braden Fletcher, for Lisbis TV, we thank you for watching, and congratulations to Kyle Robeson.